Are you ever afraid of feeling embarrassed when you speak English? I'm going to show you a special technique you can use to make yourself be understood and never be embarrassed. So why do you want to be understood? You want to get something from someone, or you want someone to do something for you. In order for that to happen, you need to be understood. You need to communicate. The other person needs to say, aha, okay, I got your idea. I understand what you are saying. Now, what happens when you speak English is that you feel nervous and you rush and you jump from one idea to the next idea and one sentence to the next sentence, and you feel like you have to speak consistently with not any stops. But if you look at a sentence in a book, you will see a period at the end of the sentence, and there is a reason for that. You can use this space and time to your advantage. I'm going to show you how. So the first thing that happens is if you pause, you have time to think, like I'm doing now. You ask yourself, what do I want to say next? And then you think about it and you go, I want to say this. And what's the grammar? How will I say it? Okay, I know how I'm going to say it. And do I really want to say that idea? Is it important? Is it smart? Does the other person want to listen? You have to ask yourself all these questions. And then the other person who hears your sentence has to do what? They have to think. You said something, like you're listening to me, right? You don't need me to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk nonstop. You need me to explain this idea clearly so that you understand. It's about you, it's not about me speaking. Remember, it's about you and you understanding. So when you speak to someone, it's about them understanding. And what do they need in order to understand you? It's the same thing you need from me. They need you to pause. It's a stop at the end of the sentence, and they need time to think. Do I understand what they said? That's the first thing. Okay, I got it. What do I know about this subject? Oh yeah, okay, I got it. Have I heard this before? Yes. Do I agree? What do I want to say about it? What do I feel about it? Do I believe this person? What are they going to say next? All of these things are going on in their mind, just in this little pause. So if you pause, you can then watch them and you can see all these questions happening in their mind. And then you can see their body language, see their face, see their body. Do they go, they don't understand or they don't like it? Or do they go, oh, yeah, I like this idea. And you can watch them in this pause. And then you can use this information to change what you're going to say. Okay, so there's a lot that you're thinking and there's a lot that the other person is thinking. So we do not want to rush. A pause in between sentences is a relaxing way to listen to somebody. You think about someone who goes on and on and on and on, sentence after sentence, and doesn't stop, and you're overwhelmed. You're like, I can't handle all of this, okay? So it's important to understand that this pause is power for you because the other person will like listening to you. Now, the next question is, how long should this pause be? If you look at it from your emotion, you feel that you need to keep speaking. You feel that if I stop, then I look silly, I look stupid, or I'm wrong, or they will think I don't know how to speak English. But it's not the case because they are going through those thinking processes and you can use that time to go through yours. So how long should that pause be? It really depends. It really depends. I think a lot of it depends firstly on how much time the other person needs. So if you say something very simple like, I like pink, the other person is going to go through that process of thinking, oh, pink, do I like pink? Oh, maybe we both like pink, etc. That is a quicker process for a simple idea. But if you have a compound sentence with two ideas, like I like pink and you should like pink, well, then suddenly the person has to think, wow, this person is telling me that I have to like pink. I don't like being told I have to like pink. I don't like this person. How many things like this has this person told me that I have to do? Oh, it's quite a few. I'm building this picture of this person that I don't like, right? Anyway, but that process is going on, okay? So the length of the pause depends on the complexity of the idea, but also on what the other person needs, okay? You might think it's a simple, easy idea, but they may need time and you don't know why they need that time. So the pause is actually doing one more thing for you. You're giving the other person space to ask you a question if they don't understand. Because what happens often is you say idea after idea after idea, and you're on idea 5, and they're back on idea 2 going, what is this person talking about? So you say idea 2, and then you give them space to say something or to ask or to add information. And the information they're giving you is going to help you know how to get what you want from them. Okay, so it starts getting away from English and grammar to how we strategically deal with talking with someone. So if you need more time, you take that time. That is okay. You're not going to do it in every sentence, but you might get stuck. There might be difficult things to explain, and you might need time to think about it. That's perfectly okay. You take the time when you need it. Because the silence isn't wrong, but your words can very easily be inaccurate, incorrect, inappropriate, or wrong. They might not be as powerful as you need them to be. Now, why do you need the words to be powerful? Why do you need that pause to think about that power? Because you want something from someone. So for example, if you're a manager or you're giving instructions to someone on how to do something, what you need to know is that they know how to do it. And the better you explain it, the easier it will be for them to understand what to do, and you will feel confident that they can do it, and they will feel confident, right? So that pause is giving that space for them to go, oh, I didn't understand this part, or, oh, does it work like this? And you're like, oh, no, not like that. It's like this. So that space, that silence gives the situation room to breathe. It's really powerful for you. If you want to get something from a negotiation, I was buying something the other day and the woman said, you definitely can't have any discount. I asked for like a small discount. You can't. If you don't want it, leave, is what the lady said. And I stood there. And there was another owner lady there. And I went, oh. And I just waited. And after a few seconds, the other lady said, it's fine, take the discount. I was like, thank you. And I saved myself money. So the pause can be used in so many different ways. The other side, which is extremely important, is if the other person needs that time. And if you're sensitive to the other person's feelings and needs, they will like you more. and it will be easier for you to get what you want from them. You know, be it a product or help or money or whatever it is. Or even empathy, you know, you're talking to your friend and rather than talking and non-stop, you're giving the other person room to sort of digest. Maybe it's a big emotional thing that happened to you. And then when the other person can really understand you, you can get that positive feedback, that support and understanding that you need because your communication was good. Now, in a couple of other videos, we're going to learn how to create strong, clear sentences in English that will help you achieve all of these goals that you're after. And the other thing we'll learn even before that, which you don't learn when you're learning English because people focus on grammar all the time, is organization. How do you organize your ideas? Once you know how to organize them, explaining the idea step by step is much, much easier. And again, all of the benefits will come from that. So I will show you some examples of television shows and news that are too fast and don't give you time to think. Then I'll show you some academics who are really slow and almost too slow. We'll look at Noam Chomsky. We'll look at the Queen, the King of England, and how slowly they speak. Now you notice the King and the Queen of England are powerful people in the UK, if not in the world. They speak slowly, and it's for the reasons that I just explained to you. So don't get mixed in thinking fast is good. It's not the way it works really. And then I'll show you just right. So you probably don't want to speak like the Queen of England did. You want to take a look at the BBC or other shows that I will show you now. Let's look at some examples from business, from instructions, and telling a story. And let's see the space that I leave between those sentences. So if someone asks me in business, should we buy this company or not? And I will say, I think that we should buy the company. And let it sit. Because people will go, oh, wow, he thinks we should. Firstly, it's a growing sector. So now I'm answering that question that they had in that pause. They were thinking, oh, why does he want to do that? And I answer it. But the point is, it's really clear. Look, I think we should buy the company. Firstly, it's a growing sector. Okay, just like that. There's no need to say, I think that we should buy the company because it's a really growing sector. It's like you just jammed two ideas together and made them sort of messy and nobody wants to listen to it. Instructions. I want to show you how to change the oil in your car. Firstly, buy high quality oil. Just like that. Or a story, you're going to tell people what happened. Last week, I drove to the mountains. I decided to go hiking. Just like this. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, subscribe, like, all that good stuff, and I can answer your questions down there in the comments. Have a look at the sentence structure video. This is really important to get your ideas organized well and make them nice and clear. Remember, it's not Shakespearean English we're writing, it's just clear communication so people can do what you want them to do. Thanks so much, guys.